Good morning.
Good morning.
I love your poppies.
My poppies.
Your poppies are so beautiful.
That's funny. My daughter called me Poppy, but Poppie.
Really?
Yeah, not like Pappi. It's Poppie. Poppy.
Poppy. Don't Spanish people call their dads poppies?
That's kind of where it came from when we found out we were going to have one. There was a Hispanic girl at my work, and every time I'd walk by, she'd jokingly say, "Hey, Poppy," as a joke. And it stuck. I don't know why it stuck, but we spelled it different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spelled it how?
Poppie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, it was. It was very cute.
Good morning, friends. Good morning, Cha-Cha. Was Cha-Cha at the auction last night? I don't think I saw her.
Well, you never know with Cha-Cha. You know, sometimes she's there and she's not there, and she's there, but she's not there. But I didn't see her name, no.
I didn't think so either. Good morning, Donna. Surprised to see you guys are up at this hour. Well, it's 9:30 here, so
Oh, I slept for 2 hours.
I'm usually up a lot earlier than this. I was planning on getting up like at 6:30 like I normally do and coming on your live, but I woke up and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay. I have such a busy day today. I'm like, I'm just going to stay in bed and sleep. So I fell asleep.
We went off kind of early, but you know, being UK time, Becky jumped in and we talked for a while, and she introduced me to her fiance's kids, and they wanted to see all the characters.
Oh.
And then, of course, we played the slang game where, you know, they have their own slang there and we have our own slang here. And they were laughing about the Marmite situation because they hate it too, even though they're from there.
Yeah.
And I got her to try peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches, and she
Ew.
loved it. Have you tried it?
Peanut butter and mayonnaise?
Have you tried it?
No, but I'll tell my kids. I bet my kids would love it. Good
It's
morning,
so
Junebug. Hi, Junebug. Let's say hi to our friends.
So good.
Hi, KJ. Hello, everyone. So great to see you all on Monday. Oh, so T just called me. And that thrift shop that she's emptying out, the woman wants to meet her earlier. So she's like, I can't do coffee and go do that. And the shipping and the this and that. So I said, chill out, relax. It's, just going to have coffee. That's it. Just chit chat for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Hi, Nance. Good morning. Hi, Tammy. Good morning. Oh, she's got a cat emoji on her thing.
Meow.
Meow. I felt so bad yesterday when I was like scooting that cat out of here. I just don't want the cat in my room. Just don't want it in here.
Oh, I can't see.
My husband tells me I'm so mean. Last day off before I head back to work tomorrow. No way.
Bummer.
Hi, Kim's Crafty Corner. How are you? And Christopher, hello. Kimberly Garcia, good morning. Shane, hi, honey. Good morning. Jabby's Treasures, Virginia, Hilltop Hideaway. I haven't seen you in a while. Long time. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Hi, Connie. I'm working. Oh, she's working. Yeah, some people don't have the day off. No. Some people still have to do, stuff.
Grown-up stuff.
Hi, Mabel. Oh, there's Ann Dar. Good morning. Good morning, Ann. Hi, honey.
She's calling you Warrior Princess.
Good morning, Warrior Princess and Warrior Princess. That's so funny.
God.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That's such a compliment. That is such a nice thing to say to me.
It's not a compliment. It's an observation.
Oh, my gosh. Honest to God. I mean, I definitely feel like a warrior sometimes, like the warriors that are going out to battle, rah, like that kind of warrior. Princess, not so much.
Let me see your coffee cup.
Oh,
it's not. What is that?
Well, it's kind of early to say it the way Christine B says it. It's kind of early for that. We'll just call it a rooster.
Okay.
Because she has a completely different name for it. But I think that we should keep that name like after 11 p.m. at night. It's too early for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Michelle P. Hi, honey. Oh, I love that picture of her daughter. It's so beautiful.
Right?
Hi, Harley Kitten. Good morning, the Countess. Hello. Oh my God, peanut butter and mayo on toast. You are the first person besides me that I've ever heard eats this. It's the best.
Yeah.
Is it?
So what it does is it breaks down some of the sweetness of peanut butter, but it also breaks down the stickiness of it. And you make sure when you eat it that the mayonnaise part is on top. So that way the peanut butter doesn't stick to the roof of your mouth. But it also like just adds a dimension to it.
Wait a minute. So you have to like pay attention to which direction you're holding the sandwich when you take a bite of it?
Yeah, you put peanut butter
That's way too much work.
on one and mayonnaise on the other, and you put it together and make sure that you bite from the top that has mayonnaise on it.
Well, what if you put it down on your plate and then you don't know?
It won't be the end of the world, Donna. It won't be the end of the world.
And you don't know if the peanut butter is on the top, on the bottom. Then you've got to open it up and you've got to look at it.
No, you don't have to open
And
it.
then you got to turn it around, and
Don't make it harder than it has to be.
it sounds like so much
No,
work.
it's tasty.
I am not going to eat a sandwich that requires work. I'm just not going to do it.
It's not work. Have your kids make you one. I guarantee you'll love it.
Can you? So just can we just like switch things around a little bit? Can you do mayonnaise, and then peanut butter in the middle so that both sides of the bread have mayonnaise? So no matter how you pick up the sandwich, you're always biting into the mayonnaise first, or can it only be mayonnaise and peanut butter? Like you can only have mayonnaise and peanut butter. Like you can't. Can you put mayonnaise on both? On both?
You can. I think it might be a little harder to spread the peanut butter on top of mayonnaise, though.
God,
it won't stick to the bread.
This is like way too complicated.
You just keep wiping, and it'll just keep sliding off. I've never tried it, but you know what? Becky used squeeze mayonnaise.
Oh, I don't even think that's real mayonnaise. You buy the squeeze mayonnaise.
Kraft, not Kraft, but Best Foods or your Hellman's probably for you guys, right?
I don't know. Like squeeze mayonnaise, it kind of like freaks me out a little bit.
Don't be freaked. Don't be freaked. It's the biggest convenience on the planet.
So let me ask you something. When you spread peanut butter or mayonnaise, do you use a butter knife or do you use a spoon?
Depends on what I have clean.
Depends on what you have clean.
If I don't have a knife that's clean, but I have a spoon sitting there, I'm not going to not have peanut butter just because I don't have a knife clean.
See, when I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I use a spoon and I scoop the jelly, plop it onto the bread, and then I use the back of the spoon to spread it out.
Yeah, I've done that, and I've often said, "Well, this is actually easier than
a knife." And then the same with peanut butter, but with the peanut butter, I don't scoop it. I just go backwards. So the peanut butter's on the back side of the spoon. Yes. And then
there's stuff stuck in the spoon. Yeah. And you gotta like put your fingers up and underneath the bread and like get that peanut butter off of there, and it's just a mess.
Yeah. Let's not do peanut butter.
Do they have squeezed peanut butter?
I don't know.
I don't think that would be right. But squeezed mayonnaise is definitely a convenience that you should check out.
Not the way we go through it in this house.
It is expensive.
We buy the big, huge
tubs,
like at Costco.
Yeah.
With these Vikings in this house, the way they eat.
What do you mean? You hide your own little mayonnaise in the corner of the refrigerator.
Oh, there's no hiding food in this house. They find it. With these Vikings, are you kidding? It's crazy.
Promise me you will at least try it. Like she made a whole video about it. She sent me a video.
Who did?
Becky, of her making this sandwich and eating it and loving it.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah. Good morning, Lisa. Oh my gosh, it is thundering like crazy outside. It's still raining. Good morning, James. Coffee.
I have my water.
Is it raining on that side of the state? It is pouring here. I mean, when I tell you pouring, it's pouring. I'm with you. On my phone, I don't think I could eat it.
Try it, Frenchie. If you ever trusted me, try it. And so she used squeeze, and I thought, oh God, she's putting so much on. She's gonna think it's gross. And halfway through the sandwich, she actually opened it up and put more mayonnaise on it. So she liked it. Yeah.
It melts the peanut butter and mixes to perfection. Just woke up and it's too early. I used to eat peanut butter and mayo when I was a vegetarian, but with other stuff too. It's amazing with lettuce in it too. Look at this. I have never ever heard. Of course, peanut butter and jelly. Yes. Oh, and then Ann comes in and adds brown sugar to it.
With the mayonnaise or just peanut butter and brown sugar?
I have no idea. Lisa
says, ha 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 ha.
Rocket science kicking in. Hi, Elizabeth. Good morning. Miracle Whip isn't even real mayonnaise.
No, not Miracle Whip. It's too tangy.
You don't
want that with your peanut butter for sure.
You made it fun last night. Yeah, I want to hear all about your night last night. Good morning, beautiful Jennifer Hayes. The Lone Star Picker, Donatella. I'm like you. I prefer mayo in a glass jar, not plastic squeezy things. No kidding. I like peanut butter and marshmallows. Oh, yeah, peanut butter and fluff.
Yeah.
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 You can also use a fork if the spoon or knife is not clean.
I mean, you can. It's a pain in the butt.
The fork would tear up the bread. Flip it good. Good morning. I got your message. I'm sorry I didn't respond to it, but I will definitely respond. And the answer is yes, and I'll take care of that. Who else is here? Hey, Jill. Jill, is it raining over there? It is thundering. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
It is like right over my house, like right over my house. It's thundering and lightning and raining like crazy. Everything's going to be so green. I told my husband, I'm like, turn off the sprinklers. Just turn them off because 2 days of rain. Like, we don't have to water now for at least a week.
Good.
Because everything, saves us money because everything will be so green and lush. No dishes needed. Squeeze peanut butter, then mayo in your mouth, and then take a bite of bread. Mayo and tomato sandwich, yes. Good morning, Bree. Oh, good morning, sweetheart. I miss you. I miss you so much. You'll have to get in touch with me and let me know what you're doing. Bree used to help me a lot when I used to list on eBay. And I've got my eBay store back up and running, Bree. So maybe I can give you some work on the side, which would be awesome if you're interested. I know she was going to hairdressing school, so she kind of gave up doing that, but we'll see. Mrs. Donna, it's all right. Rained here all night, right? Jill says it's gloomy on her side. Elizabeth says, I'm so sick of the rain. Gonna start on, oh, really? It's been raining. It's been raining for a while over there, I guess. Frenchie says it's on its way. Rained all day yesterday. Yep. Casual Flipper hates mayonnaise. Yeah, Kim's Crafty Corner is going to try it. Must be a Southern thing. Now, here's a good one.
Yeah, that was too.
I do have to say, I love peanut butter and banana. That is so good. Delicious.
Peanut butter and mayonnaise is better.
Heart attack on a toast.
Oh, just use a little.
Peanut butter and mayonnaise. No kidding. Good morning, Talbert's mom. I hope you're doing well this morning, sweetheart. I hope you're doing. I can't believe I stayed up so late. Jill was with you guys until real late. Happy Memorial Day. Yes. And a great big thank you to all who have served. You know, I'll tell you what, I know this holiday is for servicemen, and I actually looked up the meaning of poppies, you know, what it meant. Like, I remember driving around on Memorial Day and there would be veterans on the side of the road handing out those little paper poppies. Remember that years ago? Did they do that where you grew up?
Yes.
Yeah. with a little white tag on them.
Wow.
And, yeah, and then
I just remembered it for the first time in 50 years, but you know.
What's that?
I just remembered them doing that for the first time. Well, 40 years probably.
Yeah, remember them doing that, you guys? Like they would like on. I remember my dad saying to like the next intersection, I already got one. Thank you so much, for your service or whatever. But they would be like on every corner. Well, mostly in front of like the fire department, the police department, the city hall. Like that's where they would be. And I looked up the meaning of poppies, and I guess in France, when the battlefields were during World War I, when the battlefields were just in absolute ruins, the poppies survived. They survived all that, gunpowder and everything that littered the fields. And there was like fields of poppies, and it originated in France. A woman, but she originated it to be poppies to be like distributed or recognized on Remembrance Day, which ironically is November 11th, which is also the day that my son had his first surgery, which I've never talked about that. So there's another 11 in my life. He had his first surgery on November 11th. And but it was the United States that adopted it to be part of Memorial Day. So to me, like, I feel like Memorial Day is not just for the servicemen who fought to save our country, but also for like little boys like my son who fought so hard to help save mankind. Because the University of Miami, the Miller School of Medicine, I wrote off all my rights to his battle to a professor in Miami. His name is Dr. Antonello Poda, and he was writing a educational book journal. I mean, I don't have any rights to it. Like I wrote off all my rights. Like I won't be earning any money. So I'm going to go to research because he was so young and because of the nature of his disease, they were going to be doing teaching. So because of his disease. So to me, like Memorial Day also I also think of like my son who fought so hard, and to remember him and how hard he fought to save other people, because maybe someday, what they tried on him and maybe other things they may incorporate what they tried on him may save another little boy. So Memorial Day has dual meanings to me.
Yeah, it does.
Not just for those who fought. Yeah, definitely. Hi, Robert. How about jam or jelly on grilled cheese? Oh my gosh, these people.
I've had strawberry jam on a cheeseburger before, and it was good. I've had peanut butter on a cheeseburger before, and it was good.
You had I'm sorry, what was that?
There's a restaurant in San Diego, and it's called Corvette Diner, and it's a very 50s theme, and every 30 minutes, all the waitresses get up on the tables and do 50s dancing, and in the interim, they talk in 50s voices and pop gum and everything. And one of the burgers on their menu is called a Cory burger, and it's got peanut butter in it, and it's to die for.
Wow.
Yeah. And it even has a guarantee. It says if you don't like it, you don't have to pay for it.
I'm not a big peanut butter lover. For some reason, it gives me indigestion. I don't know why.
Huh. I can sit and eat it out of a jar. It's so good. I love peanut butter.
Yes. Hi, Mary Jo.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Frenchie. Monte Cristo sandwich.
That's good too. It's like a deep fried, almost like French toast in a way, and it's filled with ham and cheese, and it's dusted with powdered sugar, and you dip it in jelly. It's really good. Yes.
Yes, and peanut butter with apple slices, and also I used to make for the kids for an after-school snack. They loved peanut butter. I used to do peanut butter and celery.
Yeah, my mom did that too.
Fill the wells of the celery stalks with peanut butter. My kids loved that.
Raisins on it, they were called ants on a log.
Ants on a log? Why would she call it that?
She didn't make it up. It's a thing.
That's what peanut butter on celery is called?
Yeah,
Ants on a log?
raisins on it. Ants on a log.
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that peanut butter is good for diabetics.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Kim. Never knew there were so many uses for peanut butter. I do like peanut butter cookies.
Yeah.
Homemade peanut butter cookies. The real ones, like where people put the fork two different ways on them.
I'm never mad at peanut butter.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Super protein source. Yep.
She sent me a huge jar of it.
KJ says, I love anything cookie.
Yeah.
Speaking of anything cookie, Dolly Doo never comes into the chat anymore either.
Yeah, I haven't seen her for a long time.
She never comes in anymore. It's so funny how you remember, like, you know, people like from certain things used to come in all the time and say, who's got cookies for me? She never ever comes in anymore. I don't get lives from her anymore either. I don't know if YouTube unsubscribed me, which, you know.
See, Kim says love ants on a log, so I didn't know. We didn't make that up. KJ said it too.
Huh. So she's given up her auctions and YouTube. Is that what that means? Donna remembers who comes in and who doesn't. I do. Mm-hmm. I do. I really, honestly, even with 100 and 110, 115 of you in here every night, like I'll like after the live is over, I'll just sit and I'll think to myself, and I do. I remember everybody, and I'll be like, oh, so and so wasn't here, and so didn't come, or
yeah, we talked about it in the green room afterwards. Yeah.
Yep. Never forget the USS Liberty 34 dead at Israel's hands. Hi, Hodge D. My mother used to make the best peanut butter cookies. I miss those. Yeah, my neighbor did, Mrs. Hurley. Oh my gosh, she used to make peanut butter cookies all the time. Oh my gosh, they were so good. My kids love almond butter. Oh my gosh, they love it.
Junebug's asking what our favorite brand of peanut butter is. If I'm being picky, Reese's makes peanut butter. They have a jar of peanut butter, and it's not the same as like Reese's peanut butter, but it's Reese's brand peanut butter. That's my favorite. But if they don't have that, then I deal with like Peter Pan.
Abraham's been in. Abraham was in a couple of nights this weekend. Jose never comes anymore either. Nope, I never see Jose. Don't know why, but yeah, he doesn't come anymore. But Jose's started doing his own thing, so that's what happens, you know, when you start doing your own thing. I mean, I try to go over to other people's YouTube channels and say hello. And here's someone else who hasn't been around, Cody. Hello, we haven't seen you in a while.
I've seen her.
Thank you for joining. I haven't. Oh, maybe I didn't see her chatting in the Hi, Becky. Thank you for joining. Peter Pan is the best. What we eat around here.
Yeah, I like it.
Talbot's mom says, oh my God, if one more person shows up here with food, I'm going to scream. I have no more room in my fridge or freezer. I never have that problem. Ever. I have the opposite problem. I have the problem that it's always like, there's no food in this house. Oh my gosh, if I have to hear my kids say that to me one more time, there's no food in this house. Can we keep that?
I never keep food here.
It's constant in this house. And I'm telling you, we make trips to like Costco 2-3 times a week. Yeah, maybe. I have no food in the house. My son is going shopping tomorrow. Oh, that's good. Choosy mothers choose Jeff. Commercial. Right? I could never have enough food to feed my monkeys. I know, KJ, right? Peanut butter and honey. Yum.
Yeah, that's good too.
I've never had that.
So, you know, like the saltine crackers?
I've never had that.
Peanut butter and honey on saltine crackers is really good.
My niece says there's no food in the house, but never even excuse me, looks to see if there is any. Well, my problem is if it's not like ready-made food, like something that they can grab, like if it has to be cooked or prepared, excuse me, that's when they say that there's no food in the house. It's so ridiculous. It's like, prepare yourself something. Same here, Frenchie. Gallon of milk a day, dozen eggs, whole loaf of bread. It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's ridiculous how much they eat. Peanut butter and syrup on crackers.
Yep. Peanut butter on pancakes with syrup.
Michelle's going to go have a peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah. It's a peanut butter kind of morning.
Walmart, I guess she says, is the greatest peanut butter. Great value.
Never tried it.
Huh. Peanut butter on graham crackers. Graham crackers, I'm not a big fan of graham crackers. For some reason, graham crackers leave like a fuzzy taste in my mouth.
Here we go again. Really, Donna? You need to get that checked.
No, does anybody, no, this is like true life. Does anybody else have that problem? They leave like a weird kind of like coating, like residue type thing in my mouth. Just graham crackers. Just straight up graham
crackers right here. Just gonna hide behind these flowers.
Just no, you guys be honest. Does that happen to anybody else? Because when I talked about peaches doing that, like cling peaches, like in the can.
I'm really gonna hide behind these flowers now.
No, Susan Stripper said the same thing. She said that she gets that kind of coating on her mouth too when she eats peaches. And now come to think of it, graham crackers do the same thing. You hear that?
Yeah, I have a watch that I can't find that you sent me.
That's a watch that's in one of my watch bins.
I have one too that goes off. I can't find the watch.
I would think it was Tiffany who was like, I bought a lot of watches from you, or it was Jose, one of the other, because they were my watch people all the time. And like I couldn't find which one it was, and every day it would go off at the same time. And that's coming to someone who bought some watches. You're gonna have a watch that has an alarm on it. Just beware. I'm not checking to see which one it is.
It is probably an allergic reaction of some sorts. I get it with bananas, believe it or not. I swear I'm not making it up.
I did call her Susan Stripper. You didn't know that was her. Is it just a nickname, or is it
stage name, isn't it?
It's what?
It's her stage name.
I think it's her stage name. You know, YouTube stage name.
Yeah.
Honey, I like honey graham crackers, and they don't leave a fuzzy residue on your tongue. Am I the only one that has this problem? I don't understand it.
It's an allergic thing.
Plenty of food in this house, but there's never anything to eat, right? Constant. It's constant. It's crazy. My son won't eat peas because he says they feel funny on his teeth. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any kind of like weird, like, I don't know, like usually people that have like obsessive compulsive stuff or like autism. Sometimes I think autism children have like sensory. That's what it is. I don't have like a weird sensory. That's the word I was looking for. I didn't mean to like actually like suggest a certain, but anyway, sensory problems. I don't have a weird sensory problem, but yeah, there's certain foods that leave like a of weirdness in my mouth.
Yeah.
I got sick of no help.
Pineapple does that to me sometimes.
What's that?
Pineapple does that to me sometimes.
Pineapple is definitely another one.
Yeah.
Definitely another one. And you know what else is? Mangoes. But mangoes do that to me too, but only if they're room temperature. If they're cold or frozen, then they don't do that.
I love dried mango.
I got sick of no help in the kitchen, only bought TV dinners for a month. First meal I made, my husband was the first to get up and start the cleanup. Ooh, good job. That's awesome. Interesting. You know, ever since I started doing this YouTube, well, not ever since, like I've been doing it now for 10 months, but just most recently, which is like when the COVID started, where I've gotten really, really busy and I've been doing a lot more auctions. Everybody's like started to kick in and help. Like Massimo's doing the meals, and so it's good. It's good to have the extra help. I mean, I still have a lot to do, but hi, Thrift Addict. My niece has that problem with watermelons, but she says it's because she has a mild allergy.
I think it is a mild allergy.
Huh?
She looks really familiar.
Huh. Pineapple will take the lining out of your mouth. Fresh ones, very acidic. Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Hi, Jenny. Good morning. Yes, it isn't just the cooking. It's the cleaning and the dishes, right? My kids have weird texture issues with food. They complain it gives them hairs in their mouth.
Your kids would, KJ. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you. I get that. Is Kevin here?
No, Kevin was up all night.
Was he up all night? Was he with you guys?
Yeah.
Hi, Carla. For me, it's fresh carrots, pineapples. It's too acidic. Carrots? Really?
Never had carrots do it.
I got tired of cooking every night, so I gave each one of my grandkids a night of week to cook. Good for you. That's awesome. My kids will not eat peas. They will only eat certain foods. I think all of us are hungry and need breakfast on this conversation about food. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Hi, Camille. Cream cheese and cherry jam on graham crackers tastes like cheesecake. Oh, that sounds really delicious. That sounds awesome.
Wow.
Elizabeth's still looking for Mike. I'm still trying to get the food that's out of my sight to jump forward and put itself on my husband's plate, right? This conversation is not helping. No. What conversation?
Food.
Not helping what?
Her hunger.
When we were kids growing up, Dad said I worked to bring it home. Mom worked and put it on the table. If you know what is good for you, eat it and shut up. No time for not liking anything. Good morning. Good morning, Pirate. Good to see you. I couldn't find you guys last night under Tyler's name. Found it under mine, but no one could see what I wrote, so I missed it.
We were on Lori's channel.
What's Tyler's name? I don't know. Maybe she's responding to someone else. There you go. Countess was asking.
Oh, we're on Lori's channel. Lori's channel is called Lori's Story. But apparently there's several Lori's Story too, so I need to drop a link, I guess, so people can subscribe. Coffee just went through my nose when Donna casually says Elizabeth is still looking for Mike. Elizabeth, you're always looking for him. And Tyler,
I don't know who Tyler is. Maybe it was a typo. Maybe it was a typo.
Maybe.
Yeah, we used to eat it all too. We never complained. Whatever was put on the table, we ate it. My kids were the same too, but you know what? I raised my kids like a lot of my friends, they would like make their meal and then make a separate meal for their children. Like they would do like chicken tenders or like why is it glowing gold over your head?
I don't know. It's part of the filter.
Oh, but I put the same food that we ate, my husband and I ate on the table for the children. Like I didn't make them a separate meal. I always, even when they were little and like babies, I would put whatever I was cooking for dinner, I would put it in the food processor and that's what they got. Like even when they were too little to even eat pasta with sauce, I would just put a little bit in the food blender and mush it up, and that's what they got. That's what they got for dinner. I hardly ever bought baby food. I just whatever I cooked is what my kids ate. So they developed a palate where they've never ever been choosy about food. Like if I made lentil soup, I would put it in the food processor and just whirl it all up, and then just that's what I would feed to my kids. But we never had like really spicy food, so I never had to, worry about feeding them spicy food. I spent so much of my childhood poor, living off welfare or getting food from church, even holidays in the shelter, that I always ate whatever I was giving. Right, Pirate? You don't realize how lucky you are sometimes until you hear a story like that. Like when I had my thrift shop, I had this. They used to call him Preacher. I had hired him as a day laborer to empty out a house that someone had donated to my thrift shop. And so we became kind of like good friends. And I let him, without the authorities, which the authorities did come to the building one night in the middle of the night and ended up calling me, the police, because it was a commercial building. You're not allowed to live there. So, I just had a regular bathroom, no shower. He was a homeless person who he lived in the homeless shelter, and I would sometimes go to the homeless shelter and hire day laborers. So we became friends, and he started living in my thrift shop. And he was awesome. His name was Preacher. And one day I dropped him off. This was before he was like, and I used to buy him every day. I would buy him breakfast and coffee, and I would buy him lunch and sometimes dinner. I'd put a few dollars in his pocket. He wasn't an alcoholic, and he was not a drug user. He just was just kind of simple. He was like, and his sister was very comfortable, and she would come once in a while and I think give him money, and she was a beautiful woman. But he just was a man that decided to just live off the grid. He just lived off the grid. He didn't have welfare. He didn't have insurance. He like health insurance, like state insurance or anything. He didn't have an address. I helped him get his driver's license back. I let him use the address for the store, which then later on it kind of got caught up, because you can't in the state of Florida, you can't use a commercial address for your driver's license. It has to actually be a home, or if it is, sometimes homeless shelters have specific mailboxes for their residents. Like the state of Florida will accept that. Yeah. So anyways, this whole long story is because I would drive up and drop him off. This is before he started living in my store. And if Bree is in the chat, she knows who I'm talking about, Preacher, because we became really good friends with Preacher. And I would drop him off at the food line before I started like buying him food and letting him live in my store. Ooh, letting him live in my store. That was my phone. And I used to like thank God. It scared you?
Yeah.
Sorry. I used to think driving away from the homeless shelter and seeing the families in line. And it wasn't just men and women. There was people there with kids too. This is in West Palm Beach. Just driving away, just thanking God that, we were able to have what we had, a roof over our heads and food on our table. And because some people have it, so rough.
Yeah.
They have it so rough. And, it was pretty amazing. Like I would just give him clothes. He would wear the clothes 1 or 2 days and then just throw them out because I had so many clothes in the store when I had my thrift shop. Didn't make sense to wash them, and they were donated. So he would have clean underwear, clean socks, clean clothes, because most people that donate clothes to charity, they're clean, they're laundered. I mean, once in a while you'd get dirty stuff, that stuff would just end up getting thrown away. But and people would donate toiletries. So he had, toiletries that he could, and he would just, sponge bath himself. And then every once in a while he would go down to, there was a yacht club down the street, and he had the code to get into the, they provide a code for people that park their yachts there or their boats, to use the bathrooms, and the bathrooms have showers in them. So he had the code, and he would go down there and he would take a shower every once in a while. But for the most part, he would just, and I had face cloths. I had food in the store. Like, no, I didn't have hot meals, but I had a microwave set up so he could like heat up his food. People used to donate cans of food to me, and, things that he could prepare. And then so he lived in my store for, oh my gosh, probably 2 years, 2.5 years. And then one night I got a call from the sheriff because he was going in like in the middle of the night, and he had a key, and he had invited his brother to come in, and his brother was trouble. His brother was not allowed in the store. And the sheriff called me and said, do you know that there's 2 men, going into your store? And I said, oh yeah. I said, they have permission to be there in the middle of the night. They're taking care of some inventory because, if they found out that I let them live there, there could be a lot of trouble for me because you're not allowed to live in a commercial building.
No. That sounds amazing, Frenchie.
Frenchie? What is Frenchie saying?
Homemade pasta by hand. Oh. I love homemade pasta with just butter.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Frenchie's so good. Oh, just butter and cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to explain to my kids all the time, but they truly don't get how serious it could be. I spent years eating Kix and Milkman powdered milk as a kid. I'm sorry, Pirate. That's why you're so strong, Pirate. That's why you're such a go-getter, because you know what it's like to have nothing. So that's why you're like constantly on the hustle and on the go. I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, listen, and he knows who you are, Pirate, because I've been listening to you and watching you for years. And so when I say Pirate, like he knows who Pirate is. And I'll say to myself, Pirate's on again. Like he's on every single day. I'm on basically every single day too. But I'm like, this guy is such a hustler. Like Pirate needs to do, he does, same as me, what he needs to do for his family. Straight up. Hustle, hustle, hustle. It's unbelievable.
You know what's weird? Not
What
to change the subject, but Lori's, because somebody's asking for Lori's link. Lori's channel is called Lori's Story, and when you go on it, there's only a couple of really old videos from 6 years ago, and our live from last night is not on there. However, when I go through my history and go back to that live, it's still uploaded. So I'm not sure why you're not able to see last night's live on her channel, but
it's not there?
No, but the video is still up, and it says Lori's Story as far as the person who uploaded it. It's so bizarre. I've never seen that before. So that first link I dropped is Lori's channel, and then the second link is the episode from last night, or whatever, the live from last night. Not sure why it's not showing up on our channel. Because it's still there. I'm looking right at it. I'm watching it back. So YouTube's funny.
I tried finding it, but I keep getting other people's. Powdered milk, what? Laugh out loud. My mother would make it while we were sleeping and put it in old gallon jugs.
Ugh.
Yep. Parents do what they have to do. Parents do what they have to do for sure.
Not funny, haha. Pirate.
Yep. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, it was so heartbreaking when I closed my thrift store. I mean, I had it for 5 years, and he lived in it for like 2.5 years of it. That was his home.
Oh.
So he ended up going back. I still keep in touch with him. He lives on the street. He sleeps at one of the churches. That's not really a homeless shelter, but he sleeps at one of the churches. He's still on the streets. I just don't think I don't know, like he was really comfortable in my store because he was by himself. I just don't think mentally he's capable of like the responsibility of, like I said, he's not a drug addict and he's not a drunk. I just don't think he's capable. I think might have to do with a little bit with mental illness. I don't think he's capable of like maintaining the responsibility of paying the rent and paying the electric bill or showing up every day for a job. Huh?
Adulting.
Yeah, I don't think he's capable of adulting. I think that he just needed, he was like one of my kids. Like I took care of him, you know, it was just so sad, but he was so good. And that he would get tips from people. Like people would come in and buy like pieces of furniture, or like he would help customers carry their bags out to their cars, and people would give him $1 tip or $2 tip, and he was always there. And to be honest with you, he was a big man. He was a really, really big man, and a little bit scary looking, to be honest with you. And I used to love having him there because my store was in not such a desirable area.
Security.
Yeah, so he was like my security. He was like my security guy. Like he used to sit right up in front of the store. I always made sure that the front of the store had a comfortable chair or something for him to sit in. And he was a staple in my store. People would walk in and say, "Hello, preacher," and he was just always there. Just everybody knew preacher. And it was nice. And it broke my heart when I told him that I was closing the store. Broke my heart. And it was really, really hard for me to, we were clearing out the store. Like when I liquidated the store, I decided to do $10 a bag or $10 a box. You bring the box, you bring the bag. And people were just filling up bags and boxes with stuff and just carrying them out of the store. That's how I liquidated my store. Just gave the stuff away. And even when we were like at the tail end of the store, almost being completely vacant, and I said to him, I think it was Bree. Actually, Bree, you still in the chat? I think it was Bree that said to him, "Preacher, we need to get the keys back to the store because we're going to be turning them in to the landlord, and you're going to have to find somewhere else to go." Yeah. I didn't even have the heart to do it. He was so brokenhearted about it.
What are you doing today?
Thank you, Bonnie. I'm invoicing and shipping. I'm kind of glad that it's raining out because I won't have that. Yes, the post offices are closed, but I'm still going to do, I won't have that kind of urgency to feel like I need to go out and enjoy the day because it's pouring rain out. Do you remember Jesse, the awesome vintage store that I bought a whole bunch of stuff from?
Yeah.
He texted me this morning.
Yeah. The guy with the lobster sign?
he just bought an estate. And he said, Donna, I have so much stuff for you that I know that he goes, I bought it specifically for you because he's liquidating his store of all the smalls and gave me all the smalls, and I want smalls. You know, he just wants to sell like big stuff, like the lobster sign and, you know, some of that big, beautiful cartoony stuff that he had and the big gas tanks and all that kind of stuff. So he texted me this morning and said, Donna, I have so much stuff I bought for you. He says, I have a huge, enormous box of all vintage jewelry. He said, the jewelry is beautiful. He said, I bought it specifically for you. I didn't even ask him the price because he's such a good, like, I don't have to worry with him.
Yeah.
Like, he never has to send me a picture and say, do you want this? And it's going to cost you this much. Because he buys entire estates and then, you know, lots it out. So he told me he has a ton of ephemera, which is awesome because I know my people love ephemera. And he's, Ephemera. Thank you. He has a ton of ephemera, and he said he has a ton of jewelry, and he has a whole bunch more rock and roll albums.
I wanted those albums you had last night so bad.
You did?
I did. I don't have any place for them, and I'm going to be moving at the end of the year, and I'm not trying to accumulate even more stuff.
I'm trying to think of what else he said.
Good for you, Pirate. Take video of it for yourself, not for YouTube.
Oh, you know what else he said? He said he bought a whole bunch of 80s VHS tapes. And I said to him, I said, VHS tapes don't really sell. And then he responded.
They do, though. They do.
Huh?
They do in the right places.
Forcing myself to take the day off and take the kids and the little woman out of the house. Good for you, Pirate. So he said, yeah, but he responded to me, and I was gonna maybe look into it because I don't know the difference. He said, yes, I know, but these are different. These are 80s tapes. What's that mean?
Well, in the 80s, for example, my first VHS purchase was a music video of Olivia Newton-John, Let's Get Physical. I paid $100 for that video back then.
For what kind?
VHS, Let's Get Physical, Olivia Newton-John.
$100?
$100. Yeah, it was $99. The VHS player was $1,000. My mom bought on Golden Pond, and it was like right at $100. So a lot of that 80s stuff, even though it's not that valuable anymore, it was when it was first coming out, and it was, you know, it was expensive then. So I'm sure there's a it's probably come back around as a collectible. They were very expensive.
So yeah, so I don't know. I mean, oh, and then Beanie Babies. That was the other thing that he has. He has a ton of Beanie Babies, but he said they're old Beanie Babies. So, I mean, I sold an old Beanie Baby for $60 in my eBay store. It was a monkey.
There's still suckers for those.
I don't know. I mean, I think some Beanie Babies still sell. But anyways, so we'll see. We'll see what he brings. He just usually it's nice, man. I'll tell you what. He just loads up his truck and he brings it right to me. It's like buying a storage unit and not even having, like, everything is in perfect condition and awesome that he's, you know, he knows what I like. He's like my personal shopper for my auctions. Like, you know, he's so good. He's so good to me. Like, he knows exactly what I'm looking for and what you guys are looking for. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. I don't know about the VHS tapes. I don't know if I should. I don't know
that you have the people for those.
I don't have the right people?
I don't think so. Maybe a couple. I don't know.
So I sold VHS tapes And I think I did pretty good on them, but they were series. And I think one was like I Love Lucy. The other one was like the Three Stooges. And then there was another one I think was like Benny Hill. And they were like the seasons of those shows on VHS. And I did well with them.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he has.
I still have a few boxes of VHS too that I never got rid of.
Oh yeah, Frenchie, I wouldn't. I've given up. I've passed up so many Beanie Babies, but here's the thing. So if he bought an entire estate and it included these Beanie Babies, then I'm going to take, he has no use for them. And he knows that I really don't have much use for them either. But what I would do is I would take them from him just for the sake of, taking them off his hands. And I mean, I would just dribble them into my Dibble boxes or, I mean, I know I watched one auction one night where they sold like 100 Beanie Babies for like $200. Like I was like blown away. That's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Beanie Babies are still that valuable. I feel better about the VHS than the Beanie Babies, right?
Yeah.
I think VHS sells, but it's a long sale, but I do good with cassettes.
Cassettes are coming back too.
I know. My husband spent a fortune on Sanford and Son videotapes. Flippin' Frozen says donate them. Robert says he sells them in lots. I sell them just for the animal they are. Yeah. Some people will buy them just for the animal. Like if they have a dog that looks like that Beanie Baby or a cat that looks like that Beanie Baby, they'll buy it.
I'd probably buy a turtle.
Yeah, see, you would buy a turtle because exactly, like you have a connection to the turtle. It's like one time somebody bought it was a yellow lab dog from me, and the shipping address was a funeral home. So I bet you anything, the family was like, can you find a yellow lab to bury with this person? Because they had this, want for a yellow lab dog. I'm sure that's why the funeral home bought a yellow lab dog for me,
Yeah, I had to have the pug one because I always had pugs.
And Dar has a turtle. Careful, they give salmonella easily. What are they talking about? I have a bunch of 8-tracks I found in a unit. Yeah, that's where I found mine. I got rid of them all. I donated. I sold them all. But they were all series. That's the difference. I mean, I still have some. As a matter of fact, I have them right here because I was going to bring them to auction. I have a whole bunch of, look at Walt Disney, Peter Pan, Return to Neverland.
Disney VHS.
Huh?
I collect Disney VHS.
Do you?
And DVDs, yeah.
Yes, I have a huge bin of they're all Disney. I was actually going to present them last night, and that's why they're still right here. But the Disney ones I think will sell.
Yeah, they will.
I have about 400 BB, so I will look. Oh, Beanie Babies, so I will look for a turtle.
Yay.
Awesome, Christopher. Thank you. Frenchie, did you watch the documentary about the guy that had spent thousands on Beanie Babies? That's my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law has thousands of them. Her and my father-in-law would literally set out in the morning and she would have a list of the Beanie Babies that she would go out and hunt for. And they made...
The thing about Beanie Babies is it's not necessarily that it's a Beanie Baby. There are certain ones that have errors and certain versions that's the ones that are valuable still.
So she still has them all. And they were like, I mean, she really thought that this was going to be like the investment for her retirement, like buying those Beanie Babies because they made such a hype about it and were like, oh, they're going to be worth, so like Hummels. Like there's so many things. And like now it's pops, those pop figures, people went out and bought those. I mean, I know some of them are still very valuable, but people went out and bought those in droves.
These?
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
People went out and bought those in droves, and now people are like trying to unload them, like the common ones that they flooded the market with. So I don't know. It seems like it's always like something that's like really, really valuable that, you know, I donated Disney VHS tapes to a family. Why? And have a VCR for their daycare. Yeah, VHS. That's what's nice about VHS is that it's hard to destroy them. It's not like a DVD that if you get a scratch on it, it will, you know.
Yeah, I still have a VCR and some VHSs. I don't have it all hooked up or anything, but I still have it.
Yeah, precious moments too. Oh my gosh, so many precious moments out there.
Furbies.
Well, some of the Furbies are really expensive.
Yeah.
Some of the early Furbies.
Man, I collected starting lineup thinking that those were going to be worth a fortune, and those went from, you know, they're like baseball cards. They would show a growth value or whatever at the time, but now they're worth nothing.
I don't know, Trolls. I just sold some Trolls last night, and Boyd's Bears. Whenever I bring Boyd's Bears to auction, I do really well with them. I think Boyd's Bears have held their value, and I think Trolls have too. The older Trolls, like I sold the Trolls with the diamond in the belly. Those are the ones that are the valuable ones. Those are the original ones with the diamond in the belly. Garbage Pail Kids. Didn't those come out after Cabbage Patch?
They're the trading cards, yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Christine, how about fingerlings and LOL dolls, right? It's always something. I know, right? Furbies. My granddaughter begged for one. She was so happy. 5 months later, she disassembled it to see what was inside. Oh, my goodness. I know, right? I got the dual VHS DVD that I hooked up again. I prefer that one over the Blu-rays. Do you really? Huh. That's interesting. I wonder why. That's very, very interesting. Because VHS gives such a clear, crystal clear picture, doesn't it?
No, Blu-ray does.
Yeah, Blu-ray does.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's amazing. So I wonder why he prefers the VHS over that. There's no value in any of the kids' toys anymore.
There will be.
Well, I don't know what she means by value, but they definitely don't make kids' toys like they used to. Like when my husband and I, when the children were little and we would like go to Toys R Us for like birthdays or Christmas or whatever it was, and we would buy them toys, they were so cheap. Like I remember one Christmas we bought the kids a race car set. It was like a Ferrari race car set, you know, with the wands. And we bought the girls a Barbie dream house, and they were little. And those were their two big gifts that we got them. And while we were putting the race car set together, a couple of the side rails, which were necessary for the car not to come off the track, the little pins, while we were putting them into the track, broke off. I'm like, what the heck? Like, are you kidding me? Like, this stuff is made so cheap. And then working on the Barbie dream house, the best feature on the Barbie dream house, which was the elevator. It was like a 3-story dream house, and it had a little square elevator that went up and down like the chute. The little mechanism to make the elevator go up and down broke. Christmas Day, both their gifts, their big gifts that we spent a lot of money on, broken. Both gifts had to go back to Toys R Us. I'm like, what kind of junk? Are you kidding me? Like such junk. But yet the elevator always breaks. See what KJ is saying? Yeah, it broke while I was assembling it. Good morning, handsome prince. Hello. Boston's up.
You could set a clock by that dog.
10:30.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hello, my handsome prince. Hi, handsome. Did you go out and go peeps? Go peeps. Go ahead. Go. Daddy will let you out. Go peeps. Have you ever met a dog in all your life that sleeps in until 10:30 every morning?
No.
And he hates to be outside. He's an Australian Shepherd. They're outside dogs. I always say to my husband, what would have happened if the family that adopted him wasn't us and was like a family with a farm, and that he had to like herd sheep and cow because that's what these dogs do.
Well, I think he's a product of his environment.
Yeah, I think so. That's what my husband says. He says he would have adapted to that lifestyle. He's like he likes this lifestyle.
Yeah, I had a pug that he would keep whatever hours I slept or didn't sleep, same. And sometimes I would, like now, not get a whole lot of sleep. And that poor dog would just look at me and just whine, like, can we please go to bed?
Yeah, but
so funny.
Yeah, but he's like my shadow, and I get up early, but he doesn't get up with me. Like,
I know, it's weird.
I know, like he'll look over at me like when I'm getting up in the morning, because he sleeps on the floor on my side of the bed, and like he'll look over at me and like give me a look, and then he'll put his head back down and just go back to sleep. And I'll come out and fix coffee and have my coffee, and then at 10:30 he comes out and says good morning to me.
Same time every morning.
I know, it's so weird. It's so weird. I don't get it. My cat nags me to go to bed. Isn't that so funny? So funny. I think he would get up with my kids close to noon daily. I know. My kids love to sleep in too.
That was the thing with my dog, though. If I had a day that I would sleep all day, so would that dog. He wouldn't even get up to ask to go outside or anything. Like whatever laziness I was having, so was he.
My son's Aussie Blue don't like staying outside, and whenever my son is. He even goes to work with him. So Boston's the same way, and Australians, they're nicknamed the Velcro dogs. Yeah. Because they're constantly needing to be like touched, or like if I'm working at like my shipping area, Boston will be like literally at my feet, but he has to be touching me the whole time. Like I can't even tell you how many times I've had to yell at the poor thing and say, Boston, you need to go lie down somewhere else because I'm going to trip over you, because I'm constantly like moving around. He has to be like right. But he doesn't do it to my husband, and he doesn't do it to my kids. He does it just to me. And I'm not the only one that takes care of him. I mean, my husband and my kids, they feed him, they walk him, people will say, oh, it's because you take care of him. It has nothing to do with that. He just, for some reason, yeah. So I wonder, so Aussie Blue, so is it a blue merle, Bonnie? Because that's what Boston is. He's a blue merle, or is blue his name? I'm curious what the blue comes from, because that's what Boston is. He's a blue merle. That's the colors. He has 5 colors on him. Reptiles aren't as naggy as mammals. My snake could care less. Yeah, right? I think so too. Have to get started. Shower. Thanks for sharing coffee. All right, Frenchie. Thanks for coming, honey. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Oh, his name is Blue. That's awesome. And Boston's name is Boston, and Boston's brother's name is Brody. So that's really cute. It's really good. Shepherd Husky mix sticks to me like glue. Her name is Milani. Shepherd Husky mix sticks to me like glue. She's my guardian, right, Tammy? She needs to get moving too, and so do I. And we've been on for an hour, so have a terrific day. Oh, are you gonna pop up today? I don't think so. I don't think so, Carla. I have so many lots that I have to ship out. But you never know. But I don't think so. We'll see if I can get my lots out. If I can get all my lots out, if I can get some help here today and get my lots out. Look at Bonnie sent me a picture. You ready?
Yeah.
He's an Aussie, all right.
Yeah.
He's so cute. So cute. He's adorable. Baloo is so cute. Yeah. They're such great animals. Honest to goodness, they really, really are.
I would love to have a dog, especially with as much as I'm home now, but you know, I have road trips planned. I can't get a dog.
Hey, Redotty.
Guess who I'm trying to talk into coming with me?
Who?
Treasure Hustlers.
Right now?
Well, in June.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I thought you said to come on with you, like here on the show.
Road trip.
A road trip down here to Florida?
Well,
with Treasure Hustlers? Oh, goodness.
I know, right?
That could be interesting.
They were talking about the logistics of it. That they do have the pets, and of course they have, you know, her paw, whatever.
That they take care of.
Yeah, so there's some things I got to work out, but I mean, it's not impossible. Wouldn't that be fun? Talk about content.
Oh my gosh, so much fun.
So they were talking about getting an RV and just using that as their hotel and maybe caravanning with us.
I know, that would be so awesome. I mean, I could ask around. I have some friends that live like in rural areas that you'd be able to park an RV. But the saving grace it is off season, but because of the COVID, I think a lot of people from the northern states are not going to be traveling home anytime soon, especially since they just extended the New York stay in place thing. So the couple of RV places that are near me, there is one that I'm just remembering now. There is one in Hope Sound, which is just a little bit up the road, but it's not that bad. Are you on the computer right now? I was going to say, look up Jonathan Dickens State Park and RV something. It's literally like probably 25 minutes up the road, but it's a place where they have sites where you can park an RV. I mean, if I could let you park it in my driveway, I would, but of course that's not allowed. No.
Pretty. Yeah, that's swampy.
Yeah, it's not
Jerry,
swampy.
love it there.
Huh?
Jerry, I love it there.
It's a beautiful state park.
It's very swampy looking. Beachy.
No, it's not. It's not swampy, and it's right near the ocean. It's like across the street from the ocean, and then on the other side, it's not swamp. It's a river.
It looks like the swamp.
It's not.
You share my screen.
Share your screen?
Yeah.
All right.
Share screen. That one, this one.
Hi, Stacy. Good morning.
I mean, there's like mangroves and
yeah.
Look, a turtle.
Yeah, see this here? Like you can rent canoes. We've done this. You can rent canoes and you can go up river, and it's actually really, really beautiful. And look at the campsites. See how they have the campsites? It's not a well, I mean, I guess you could call it a swamp, but it's not like a swamp with turtle.
Like what's your shack right there?
Yeah, so that is right there. That is Trapper John. There was a man by the name of Trapper John who inherited all of this property. And I think his last name was Jonathan Dickens, and they called him Trapper John. And he inherited the property from his family years and years and years ago. And he lived on this property.
Yeah.
And he lived off the land. He would trap rabbits and raccoons, and he had chickens or whatever wildlife. He just lived off the land, and the state of Florida gave him a really hard time about like taxes, and the property was paid for. And then he would like go into town, and there's like a whole history behind the Jonathan Dickens State Park. And he would go into town and he would sell his hides, gators, And he would, eat the animals, and he would sell the hides in town to make money to like pay the taxes or whatever he needed to pay. And then when he died,
hey, Jerry.
I went there with my sister. He came up missing, I think. Yeah. I guess when I don't know the whole story. So Christine knows a little bit of the story. So when he died, I'm not sure. I don't know if he left the land to the state, but they turned it into a state park, or if they kind of took it over because of taxes, or like no one really knew, I think, what happened to him. He just like kind of disappeared. But it is beautiful there, like Christine says, and that's like 25-30 minutes up the road from me. And they do have RV spots. See how much an RV spot cost?
I don't know if I want to go here.
What?
I don't know if I want to go here.
Why?
Look at it.
It's a campground.
God, it's almost like Disneyland. It looks fake. It's so swampy. Look at these.
What is this photo here that says right over here with the little apartment? What is that?
Cabins.
Oh, they have cabins?
Yeah, little cabins. Look how cute they are.
Oh, I didn't know that they had cabins. That must be something new. They must have just put those up.
Those are cute.
I had no idea that they had little cabins. How much do they cost to get a little cabin? Look who's in the chat.
I know. I told her.
Hi, Becky.
Hey, Becky. We were talking about her trying the mayonnaise and peanut butter.
Yeah, we were earlier.
We talked about it for like 40 minutes.
Right? Does it say how much the cabins are?
Or pretty reasonable. It just says pretty reasonable. It doesn't say how much.
I bet they're pretty bad, Christelle. I bet you the mosquitoes are pretty bad there. I would say yes.
It looks like Mosquito Haven.
Yeah, I would say that they're pretty bad. But it's Florida, so that's something that you have to I've talked about it before. I feel like we don't have mosquitoes where we live, like in my community. And I think it's probably because they spray so much. Good morning, Jonathan. Hi, honey. Good morning.
Yeah,
good morning.
I don't want any prices, but I'll keep choose. I'm not.
They're not giving any prices.
No. Firefest.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know that they had cabins, to be honest with you. Yeah, but you see how you have like the ocean right across the street, or it's not the ocean, it's the intracoastal.
Yeah, the Indian River.
Yeah, the intracoastal, and then the tiny little strip of land, and then there's the ocean. And then in relation to where I live, so I'm like, let's see, no, you're going out too far. So see Tequesta, and there's Jupiter Inlet.
Up here?
Go down a little, down a little bit further. And Carlin Park, you see Jupiter.
Juno Beach. Jupiter.
What is it? Juno Beach, yep. A little bit further down.
North Palm Beach.
There it is. I'm between Palm Beach Gardens.
Yep.
Yep, that's where I am. So if you look at the map, you'll see it's only like 25 minutes away.
Oh, okay. So here to here.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Super close.
But yeah, but the hotel that I was telling you about is in Juno Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super close.
Right there. Yeah, Juno Ridge. Right at Juno Ridge is where. So you would take, like, I'm in Palm Beach Gardens. Let's see, go down a little bit. So go down a little bit more. So I'm in Palm Beach Gardens. So does that say PGA Boulevard?
PGA Pass?
No, so that's not what you take. Probably this one here is Donald Ross. So you just take the road, go over the intracoastal waterway, which is right there, and then the
So
hotel. Is that Donald Ross?
Well, if you're here, then no, you would go this.
Yeah, right there. That's where I live.
Palm Beach PGA Pass.
What's that road right there?
PGA Pass.
Burns Road. Yeah.
PGA Boulevard. Same thing.
No, that's not the road that you take from my house. My house would be Donald Ross. You take Donald Ross over the bridge. So it's got to be this road right here. Yeah. Good morning, Deals.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Whoa, what's this?
That's the Okeechobee River.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. Yep. It's enormous.
So
Yeah, so see, like how I always say, like, go back over to oh, never mind.
Texas is.
I know, Texas is huge.
I am right here. So literally straight across.
Yep.
And then down.
And then down. And then here, go down a little bit, down the Florida. Okay, so you know how I always talk about the little bump? See West Palm Beach right there? Where it says West Palm Beach, and I'm just north of that. How you know how I always talk about we live right where that little bump is. See that little bump? And if you go out into the Atlantic Ocean, you can see there's the Bahamas. So from that little bump to the Bahamas is 45 miles.
I was gonna just ask how many miles. So that's
45 miles to the Bahamas.
Get on a boat, a decent sized boat.
Oh, people go over to the Bahamas all the time. From where I live, you can drive over to the Bahamas as long as you have a boat big enough to, do 45 miles of fuel.
Yeah.
But it's expensive to go to the Bahamas because when you go there, you have to pay a port entrance. It's like $200 per person just to come in. Yeah, you can't just go over to it's another country. You can't just take a boat over to the Bahamas. You have to have a passport. And you have to have
take the banner down, please.
Even on a private vessel, you have to have identification, and it's a $200 I think port fee just to get into the Bahamas. It's almost cheaper to take. You can take cruise ships. They have like gambling cruise ships that do like day trips to the Bahamas from West Palm Beach, and it's like an overnight type of thing, and they're gambling ships, and you pay like $200. And it's like all your food is included, and it's like a overnight. Like you can't even stay in a hotel, and they have entertainment, and you go over to the Bahamas, and it includes all your port entry fees. So you can go to the Bahamas, get off the boat, and then get back on your vessel and go back to. I've never done it. I'm not a big fan of those kinds of ships, and I'm sure that some of them are newer, but people tell me that they're kind of nasty. But I've never done it. And besides, I'm not a gambler, so I really have no reason for it. Are you looking to see where Becky lives?
Right there, found it.
Birmingham.
Right in the middle. She wasn't kidding.
All right, now go to Italy. And I'll show you where I was born.
You're northern Italy, right?
Go down. Go all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Okay, now go to Sicily. Go to Reggio Calabria. To the very tip where it says Reggio Calabria. Yep. You see where it says Messina?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, keep zooming in. That's where I was born. Keep zooming in. Okay, right there. You see that right there? See that? See that right there? That's where we would. So I was born in Messina, and we would spend our summers like right here at Torre Faro. I don't know if it will come up, which was a huge lighthouse right on this peninsula to alert. I don't know if you can see it. To alert, to help the big ships, because through the Mediterranean Strait, you would be like really surprised. Like zoom back out, and I'll show you. It's called the Mediterranean Strait. Now go to the left a little bit.
It should be on Google Maps so we could turn it into.
You see this? You see this Mediterranean Strait right here? Whoop, go back out. Okay. See that this right here on the other side of Reggio Calabria, right there. And you see how narrow that is? That is such a narrow passageway. And you should see the ships that navigate through that passageway to go through Europe. So that's where I was born, in Messina, and you could see it's so close, okay, so close that when you're at the beach, like in Messina, when you're on the shore, you can see the cars in Reggio Calabria on the other side.
Yeah.
Look at how narrow that is. Yeah, the Mediterranean Strait is like. No, I wonder why ships don't go through this side. What's on this side of where Catania is? What is over here? No. On the other side, not Catania. What's this country here?
This?
Yeah.
Tunisia.
I wonder if there's a problem with ships going through that way. Opposed to going through the Mediterranean Strait.
Yeah, why would they cut through here when they could cut through right here?
Well, look at Algeria, Tunisia. Who knows? Maybe they don't have a good relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe these waters here are much more heavily guarded.
Here to cut up north, they come through. That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Can you take my banner down? Oh, can you take my face off? Oh, sorry, Jonathan.
Yeah, we're doing.
Sorry, I didn't see it.
Homeschooling.
I just saw Jonathan. They are too busy. I'm sorry, honey. It's a good face, Jonathan Roseberry. That's right. It was a good face.
You want to see something funny?
Yeah.
You can't really see it on this map.
I bet you guys didn't know you were getting a geography lesson this morning.
Hold on. You got something.
I'm always going to see Italy and Sicily with Jonathan's face from now on. Mary Beth Deals, you're so funny. She says the funniest things.
Okay.
What are you showing us?
I'm showing you.
Thank you, Becky. Where you live?
Yeah, but you can't see it. Wait. Do you see how this freeway system is right here?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a big circle.
No, there's a circle. But then the circle opens up to this long thing right here. You can't see it. Hold on.
Now I'm afraid to put Jonathan's banner up. Sorry, Jonathan. Tell us what we're looking at.
Hold on. Here we go. Here's a black and white. Now can you see it?
It looks like a Flintstones car.
Sure. If you have an innocent mind, sure.
What is it? Oh my gosh, now I see it. Who thought of that?
I don't know. I didn't make it up. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Robin.
I didn't make it up. It's not something that I just happened to see. It's known for it.
I thought it was a Flintstones car.
No. And once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Let me see. I see it.
Yeah. No, I'm right here smack dab in the middle between Dallas, I'm in Irving, and Fort Worth. Well, not really the middle. Middle would be here, but I'm right here.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Yes, once you see it, you cannot unsee it.
Mm-mm.
It's so funny.
This is where JFK was shot. Right there.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah. There's Dealey Plaza where JFK was shot. This is the grassy knoll. A Flintstone car. More like a Wienermobile.
Proof, you guys. Proof that she corrupts me.
Not true. I didn't create the shape of our
I thought it was a Fred. I thought it was a Fred Flintstone car. You're the one. You're like, okay, if that's what you see. And then I had to like really. I had to switch my like train of thinking because I forgot who I was with, and then I saw it.
You saw it?
I saw it.
See, look, you can really see it there.
I don't see it.
Oh, it's too small on that screen. Yeah. I didn't make it up.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, ready? Everybody just put your addresses in and Robin will Google where you live. Okay, here, I'll show you where I grew up.
Okay.
Okay, go to Boston. June's lost. Good morning, Rachel. Hi, honey. Oh, Michelle P wants you to go to Melbourne. Okay.
Oh boy, that's all the way on the other side of the world.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not going to take you long. It's just a couple of clicks. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You don't even need to get ready or pack or anything.
Where's my geography skills when I need them?
No, Australia.
It's down, right? Is it that?
No. Wait, go over to the other side of the world.
That's Brazil.
Right. Oh, that's yeah. That's Australia.
This is right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's red. You can tell. Yeah, see, you can tell.
Yeah, that's Australia. Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. All right, Melbourne is like.
Thanks, Becky. Have a nice day, sweetheart.
Here. And I know, for some reason, I know my way around Australia. I guess because I've always wanted to go there.
It's belt buckle time. Everybody buckle up. We're going to Australia. All right. Melbourne. They don't pronounce it back before I got it, and we've been here 8 years. Wow. Google needs to. I live in Rigwood. Fastest travel ever.
How much did you get there that quick?
Okay, she's in Ringwood.
Greenwood?
No, Ringwood. 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 20 Jeffrey Drive. Laugh out loud. She's giving her address to everybody. Make sure you put her on your Christmas card list, you guys.
Is there really a Wallaby Way in Sydney, Australia? I wonder.
There's what?
A Wallaby Way in Sydney, Australia, from Finding Nemo.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, give me a clue. Like, is it north, south, east, west?
She gave you the address. Type in the address.
Freak's sake. All
20
right.
Jeffrey Drive.
Are you kidding me right now?
No, why? You can't do that?
Yeah, I just can't believe she's giving out her address.
Yeah. 20 Jeffrey Drive.
Zoom.
Oh my gosh, right to her address, right to her house.
Yeah. Let's zoom out a little bit just to kind of feel for where she's at. Oh gosh, she's nowhere near water. She is.
Kind of is. Oh my God, she's like right in the north top middle.
Crazy.
Let's see if she's rural. Is she rural?
There's a lot of spiders and stuff in here.
Spiders?
It's Australia.
Oh, she lives in a thickly settled neighborhood.
Yeah. What's all that, I wonder?
She says it's 30 minutes out of the city. Oh, that's not bad. So, so she lives, you know, just outside of the city.
Huh. That's still like really landlocked. I guess it's not far from whatever this is.
Like everyone is running to Australia.
That's water, right?
Yeah.
No, that's a forest.
Oh, that's a forest.
Ooh, lots of scary things in there.
You think so?
It's Australia. And then whatever this is, this looks like...
We have another address. We have another address.
You guys are crazy.
Come on, we have another address. 215 Baylor Road, Watsontown, Pennsylvania. Look at how beautiful.
She's got forest by her too.
Oh yeah.
But it's not Australia.
No, and the sunsets at her house are amazing. But there's no picture of her house. Her house is so beautiful. I wonder why Google doesn't have a picture of her house.
She's really close to the river. Oh, look, there's campgrounds right here. Pennsylvania. I've been to Pennsylvania before. Yeah, that's what I remember. Lots of farms.
Oh my gosh, KJ, you should see her house. It is so beautiful.
The river runs through it. Look at that. Reptile land.
Hashtag my idea, Michelle P. Hashtag my idea.
What's your idea?
Michelle P loves Christine B's phone number, profile picture.
Picture.
Okay, we have another address. We have another address. 264 Reed Hollow Road. Reed Hollow Road, Marion, Virginia. Oh my gosh. Tammy, when I saw her house and the outside of her house and the inside of her house, I said I wanted to move there. Oh, Connie always says she lives on the side of a mountain away from everyone and everything. Look where she lives. Yeah, she lives on the side of a mountain. Zoom in, zoom in. There's no picture of her house either.
Yeah, there is. Well,
no.
Not the front of it.
Yeah, not the... Look at that. She lives on the side of a mountain.
God, I would die.
Look at that. And so one of those outbuildings is like where she wants to kind of like eventually someday set up her eBay store. But she says it's, you know, when it snows and it's cold and stuff, it's kind of treacherous to go down the side. Yeah, that's a mountain. She has a mountain behind her.
All this is mountain.
All of it is mountain. Yep. She says the house is literally built on the side of a mountain.
Get that out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
How do you can't just run out of something and need to run to the store real quick.
Well, that's probably why she buys, you know, so much stuff on the internet and from auction, because first of all, to drive to a thrift shop, it's like a whole day ordeal for her to probably drive somewhere to find things and then spend a whole day finding things to bring home and sell on eBay.
Oh my God, there's like nothing out there.
Yeah, what a great place.
Wow. Let me show you where I grew up.
Tammy says it sounds like a dream. Yeah, I bet it is peaceful. Oh, good morning, Betty Webb. Very nice to meet you, my dear.
So this little highway right here
Yes.
down to the beach, our West Coast beaches.
Yes.
I lived more inland, like right here, Irvine.
Yeah.
But then you just hop on this 133 right here and go take it all the way to the beach. We were just talking about this place last night. It's Laguna Beach.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And they have tons of like private beaches. Like this whole coastline has like houses on these little, this is actually mountains. Like you can't tell by looking at it. But each little area has their own cove.
Mm-hmm. That looks beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Connie says it's only 8 miles to Walmart.
Yeah. I would go out there almost every day. And if I didn't go there, then I'd go up more north to Newport. See, I mean, our beach is so different than yours, though. Like the look of it, yours has more like nature. Ours is more like,
yeah, ours is all preserved. Ours is all conservation land.
Yeah,
it's not. There's only like a Juno Beach has literally like 3 buildings on it. That's it, and that's all they like. The rest of it is all preserved natural coastline.
See, like we have the Balboa Pier, which has kind of like Cape Cod in that it's got the Ferris wheel and whatever. But yeah, ours is like there's no like brush or natural like plants and things like that. It's all just sand and beach houses. So structurally, it's pretty similar to Florida, but like visually, it's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Let's see, we have all these mountains here too. California.
Rachel wants you to look up hers. 243 Burlingham Road, Bloomingburg, New York. What's wrong, Boston? Hi, handsome.
Another one in the middle of nowhere. I thought Rachel, oh, that's where she grew up.
That's where she grew up, yeah.
Oh, okay. I know where that's at. Because I lived in Connecticut over here. Right here. Really close.
Yeah. I can't remember the street address of the first house my husband and I bought. Try 485 Central Street. I think it was 485 Central Street. I think that was the address. Central Street, Saugus, Saugurs. Saugurs. Let me see if it comes up. See the 485 or 465. I can't remember.
Have to be exact.
Is it 465? Let's see if it comes up. No. Let's see. Can you believe I can't remember the address of our house? Yeah. Is that it? No. What address did you try?
465?
480. Did you try 485? No, that wasn't it either. It's so weird. I can't remember my address. What? Let me text my husband because I know he's up. I want you to see the house.
I love Google Maps.
What was the address of our house in Saugus? can't believe I can't remember that address. 435, 485, 460. You tried 465, right?
Mhm.
All right. He's texting me. Gosh. Well, you know what? My husband is a general 486. Oh my God, I'm not even close. 486 Central Street. My husband's a contractor, you guys, so we've got a bit of gypsy in us. So that was our house right there. It was an old so we owned that house. We also own the big huge 3-story next to us. But go around the other side. That's not how I kept my house. This is a new Google picture. But I want to go down that street. I want to show you. Oops. There it is. You see the windows on the side of the house? Oh my God, look at how overgrown it is. What a sin. Oh my, I used to keep that property so beautiful. Oh my gosh, they totally let it go. And you see how it had the cobblestone sidewalk on the side of it. There was not a weed to be had. Oh my God, I used to keep it so beautiful. And I planted a lot of those shrubs, but when I had it, I kept it. So, and I would have a whole ring around the whole property. It's a big building. It was a commercial building, and we turned it into a residential building. Boy, they really let that property go. It's gone into foreclosure like 3 times since we owned it. A lot of great memories in that house.
Yeah.
My husband and I always say we would go back there in a second, take the house back over.
Whoa, Verena lives in the middle of nowhere too.
Who's this?
Verena Kruger?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, middle of nowhere.
Wow.
Jeez.
Good morning, Adam. We're just playing with Google Earth and looking at where people live, and I really do live with a mountain in my backyard in Tucson when I'm not working in Texas. All right, honey, I got to go. I got to start my shipping, get my day started. This has been great, you guys. Thank you for coming out and having coffee with us this morning and playing on Google Earth. And it was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, here, let's do Christopher's house. He wants to share his house.
You seeing that?
Oops, what's going on?
Try again.
Okay. Hi, Barbara. Thanks for joining. Good morning. Thank you for joining us for coffee this morning. It was fun. Okay. Oh, wow. Holy cow. That is huge. Look at the different peaks on that roof. It looks very contemporary.
Yeah.
And that's in Arizona? What are these grids next to it?
Those are houses.
No. To the left of the property.
Oh, this?
What is it?
I don't know.
Solar panels, maybe?
Maybe.
What are those, Christopher? Or maybe they're chicken houses, or
Chicken houses.
I don't know. It's something, but wow, look at that property. That's amazing.
Solar
panels. Hey, Chris. Good morning. Oh, yeah, they are solar panels. So you are able to run that whole entire house off those solar panels? Christopher, look at, he lives in the middle of nowhere too, on the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
He lives right in the edge of a town on the side of a Huge, enormous mountains behind him. Wow. What
How do
state
you
is
vary?
this? What state is
Arizona.
it? Arizona.
My
Holy
cousin.
cow.
Trying to get a grasp of where he's at.
Yes, he says it runs everything. He says it runs everything. Christopher, is that where you live now? That's amazing.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. It's literally the last house. Zoom back in. I want to see it again. It's literally the very last house, but look at the other houses around him to the left and to the right. They're also huge. That looks like, what is that? Click on that. That looks like some sort of, is it a farm or something? Or
No, that's a
is that a
mansion.
silo? What is that?
It's just the way the shape of the roof is. They probably have it to where you can actually be on the roof on that one.
No, that looks like some sort of industrial building or something.
It's a house. These are all houses. This is a compound. Has their own golf thing. A saltwater pool.
Yeah, that's a house, he says.
Yeah.
Christopher, these homes are huge. Humongous.
Look at that one.
Christopher, how many square feet is your house?
It's probably about
10,000?
uh,
6,700. 6,700. That's a lot of house. Oh my God.
I mean, like even these that are closer together are huge.
What's that?
Even these houses that are closer together are huge.
Yeah. Wow. Really big. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing, Christopher. That was awesome.
What? Christopher, we need to talk. I just always wondered what drives people to build a house this far away from everything. Blows my mind. So far away.
So far away. It's crazy. Mom loved her house. It will go on the market this year. Oh my gosh. What's that feedback?
I don't know.
I hear it.
All these houses on this basin are huge.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Thanks, Elizabeth. You have a great day too, honey. You guys, thanks for coming to hang out with us this morning and have coffee. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect to stay on for 2 hours. I got to get my work done, but it was a nice, relaxing break just to chit chat. And, you know, I was thinking when I got on, I wanted to like really kind of like interview people, not interview people, but invite people on if they wanted to come on, and also like talk about like, are you a reseller? Are you not reseller? Because sometimes I'm like, why do you suppose this person bought like all of these, let's just say hypothetically pantyhose? Like I know Connie's a reseller, so that, but I'm just using that as example, you know, because sometimes I wonder, like with Farmer last night buying, you know, 14 or 13 belt buckles, just giving them away as gifts. Is he going to really change one like every day of the week? Like, did he just do it to support me and my family and my channel? Like,
Belt buckles sell well on all the channels, so I don't know what the deal. Maybe they sell them individually. I don't know.
So many questions. Hey, Tom Cruise. Good morning, honey. Thanks for being here. We've been on for 2 hours. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so many questions. So I just kind of wanted to like put that out there, but maybe we can do that another morning. We can, you know, talk about it. Oh, thanks, Tammy. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. All right. You're going to go take a nap, and I'm going to go start shipping. And maybe, just maybe.
Maybe.
Huh?
It's a huge maybe.
It's a huge maybe. Maybe 2 o'clock. No, maybe 3 o'clock. No, maybe 5 o'clock. No, maybe 7 o'clock. Maybe we'll come on later on tonight.
I'm going to set my alarm again for all those times just to text you and go, so no pop-up. And have you say, oh, the pressure.
Do I say it like that?
No.
I don't say it that way.
Say, stop pressuring me, Robin.
That's like so high maintenance. That's like such a high maintenance Donna like impersonation. I'm so not high maintenance.
No, you're not.
I am not by any stretch of the imagination. I am not.
No.
Oh my gosh. KJ's like, don't tease us like that. Well, you know what? I have so much inventory. So I'm going to try. I'm going to go get my invoicing done now. You guys try to pay your bills right away. I'm going to ship everything out. Let's see how much I can get done. Maybe, just maybe, we'll see you tonight. Will you join me, Robin and Argyle?
Sure.
Thanks, honey.
I have a show tonight. Later.
Huh?
I have a show tonight later, though. You know that,
Oh,
right?
what time is your show?
She's so borderline.
Yeah,
Is
no.
10:30 Eastern time.
10:30. Okay.
No, or is it 11 Eastern?
So we'll try to plan it so that we can send everybody over there after the auction if I do have an auction. And I have to talk to T too, see if she wants to jump on with me. Or...
It's 11:30 Eastern, so 10:30 my time.
Okay, so 11:30 Eastern. Welcome, John. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for popping in. I was looking to say Farmer said once he's a reseller, but
Not a reseller. But he supports channels.
somebody supports channel. I know. I'm sure that's why he does it, for me to support my channel. I just have a feeling he does. He's so nice. He's so nice.
The sweetheart.
All right. Janine, you have a great day too. Everyone have a great day. You guys, I'm so glad that you came here to hang out with us.
Me too, Amber. I think it's very cool to do a collab like that.
Happy Memorial Day for sure, Jonathan. Thank you.
I was going to go on with just Kevin last night, and we were going to call it Because She's Never Ending.
That's so cute.
He said, what's wrong with Never Ending Shed? And I was like, it's not the same. No.
No, I love Because She's Never Ending.
Yeah.
Because she's never ending saga. Would be good too. You gotta add that. You gotta add the word saga in there.
Yeah.
Great word. Because she's never ending saga. I love it.
Dramatic.
I'll come to that show when we plan it.
If he'd ever show his face. You know, he didn't even show his face in the green room. It was his first time in the green room last night, and he didn't even show his face there.
Well, you know what? Some people just don't like to be on camera. They just don't like it, Robin. So, you know, it's okay.
Yeah.
Some people just don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Mwah. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for hanging out. It was so